John Keller at Large, only on WBZ News.
Now on the WBZ News at 7, keep those shovels handy. A blast of snow is heading here, and it could be a blizzard in some parts. That's right, our next round of snow only hours away. Developing storm off the Carolina coastline. Quick hitting when it arrives, how long it lasts, and the jackpot areas. And the piece of safety equipment that smashed through a woman's windshield on the way to work.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News in the Morning starts right now.
Good Saturday morning, everybody. February 15th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kate Merrill, and we are facing yet another storm this weekend. It is the start of school vacation week for many, so the timing is not so bad. Danielle Niles, we are looking at some nasty weather tonight.
It is going to be a significant storm, Kate, that's right. The snow will develop this afternoon, but the heaviest will fall this evening and tonight, just starting to take shape here with the developing storm center that will come off the Carolina coastline and strengthen rapidly as it passes east of New England tonight. So what does that mean for us? The snow will develop this afternoon, but it also means wind as well. We've got winter storm warnings in pink from eastern and northern Maine all the way back down into eastern Massachusetts. Blizzard warnings are now up from eastern Essex County back down to the South Shore, all of Cape Cod and the islands. And this comes up at 4 p.m. this afternoon and lasts all the way until early tomorrow morning. Winter storm warnings in pink and winter weather advisories in purple here when you get into western Middlesex County and through the central and western part of the state. So early afternoon development here between about 1 and 3 p.m. I do expect it to start as some rain on the South Shore and Cape Cod. Then it will come down steadier, the snow and rain, meaning a changeover out over the South Shore this evening. Heaviest fall 7 p.m. to midnight. I expect a changeover on the Cape between 7 and 10 p.m. Strong wind as well. Coastal gusts to 55 miles per hour will be possible as we head throughout the evening and the overnight hours, blowing and drifting snow and reduced visibility. Now, it's a quiet start this morning. Temperatures are in the 20s, but notice we'll rise into the 30s as of lunchtime. Scattered rain showers on the Cape, and then filling in here is the map by 4 p.m. There's that rain out over the Cape and Islands, changing over to snow pretty quickly on the South Shore, and then ramping up in intensity as we head throughout the evening hours. Heavy bands of snow, 1 to 3 inches per hour, will come down between 7 p.m. and midnight tonight. We'll take a look at a detailed accumulation map, the impact on you. Lots to talk about, Kate. Details later on in this half hour.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Well, with school vacation week here, many people are trying to flee the snow before the latest storm hits. Checking with Logan, the airport is reporting just a handful of cancellations this morning, but it has been a very difficult year for air travel. The string of storms this winter has caused airport gridlock. Since December, airlines have grounded 75,000 flights. That is the most cancellations in more than a quarter century. Right now, warning signs are up all around the city to be careful of falling ice. A big chunk of ice smashed right through one man's car windshield in Quincy. WBZ's Lauren Lemanchek has more on the dangers to cars and to people.
Peeling back the tarp, Chris Arnold showed us Mother Nature's Valentine's Day gift. He discovered his shattered rear window this morning before work.
A lady next door pointed it out to me. It's like, yeah, you might want to check out your car.
The culprit landed here. Chris thinks the ice chunk came from the roof.
It doesn't fall straight down. That's the trick. You think it would, but it doesn't.
The problem is on full display on homes and buildings everywhere. Icicles poised like daggers, sometimes small, other times massive. In Chelsea, falling ice destroyed this car. And in downtown Boston,
there's the signs by hotels and stuff. It says like falling ice, and like you look up and they're huge icicles.
Signs warn unsuspecting pedestrians in the financial district and in Back Bay of the danger above.
Pay attention, hoping not to get impaled by a falling icicle.
Some buildings are completely blocked for fear of falling ice. And with no end in sight to winter and more snow in the forecast, here's some advice from someone who learned the hard way.
Be sure to check your vehicle like once a day, maybe twice a day. Check your surroundings, look up top, and just don't count it falling straight down.
And experts say you need to watch out for those icicles, not only for safety reasons, but because they could also be a sign of something more serious, like ice dams. Reporting in Quincy, Lauren Lemanchek, WBZ News.
Well, it is a good time to clear off your roof before this next round of snow piles up. If you don't, the consequences can be devastating. 5 New Jersey businesses are closed indefinitely after the roof of a strip mall collapsed. Workers saw the second floor roof beginning went door to door to make sure everyone got out. A few minutes later, both the roof and awning came crashing down. Stay with WBZ and our website for continuing coverage of this storm. You'll find the latest forecast, travel conditions, and cancellations and delays. It is all at cbsboston.com. It was a frightening moment for a South Boston woman on her way to work. A highway road reflector became a projectile and smashed right through her windshield on 93 in Wilmington yesterday. This jagged piece of metal sprayed the driver with glass. The state says they know these old road markers are a hazard and they've been working to replace them. The driver told the tow operator she never saw it coming when that loose reflector went airborne.
She had no idea where it came from. She was just driving down the highway, went right through the windshield. I had no idea where it came from or what it was.
I mean, it could have killed her.
Another couple inches, yeah, could have hit her in the face.
The reflectors in that part of the highway are scheduled to be replaced this summer in a highway improvement project. The state highway officials say crews will be out in the coming days checking for more loose markers. An explosive accident in Milford to tell you about. A tanker truck caught fire at the Ryder facility yesterday. We don't know what started the fire, but fortunately we do know no one was injured. A gag order now in place in the Aaron Hernandez trial. Yesterday, a judge ruled the order is needed to protect Hernandez and his right to a fair trial. The former Patriot is charged in the shooting death of his friend Odin Lloyd. Hernandez has pleaded not guilty. Police say they've solved the murder mystery. Anthony Canhano of Somerville was arrested, charged with killing his roommate, Vincent Lally, then dumping his body behind Norwood Middle School. That's where it was discovered by a dog walker. Canaho's son is also charged. Prosecutors say that he helped move the body. Now an update on an I-team investigation on the large number of gas leaks across the state. The Massachusetts House of Representatives passed a bill that would develop a specific timetable for them to fix the leaks. Any leaks in school zones would become a priority. As the I-team reported last fall, there were more than 20,000 small leaks all across the state, which cost ratepayers about $40 million a year in lost gas. At this hour in Sochi, it is a rematch of the 1980 Miracle on Ice. The U.S. Olympic team faces off against the Russians, but it is an early round matchup, so no medal at stake today. One American achieved her lifelong dream of medaling at the Olympics. Alfonso Van Marsh has the very best moments from Friday.
American Noelle Pikus-Pace found redemption on the ice track Friday in her final Olympic race, winning a silver medal for the United States. Pikus-Pace just missed a medal in Vancouver 4 years ago. Britain's Lizzie Yarnold took the gold and Russia won bronze. It was a rough day in men's figure skating. All the medalists had trouble in their free skate routines. Japan's Yuzuru Hanyu fell twice, but thanks to his record-high score in Thursday's short program, he was awarded the gold. Canada's Patrick Chan fell 3 times and skated away with the silver. Kazakhstan took bronze. And in the men's super combined, which includes downhill and slalom runs, American favorites Bodie Miller and Ted Ligeti failed to make it to the podium. When it was over, Switzerland's Sandro Vallita claimed the gold, Croatia took silver, and Italy won bronze. Alfonso Van Marsh, CBS News, Sochi, Russia.
So after the close action on Friday, this is the medal count right now. Norway and the U.S. are tied for first with 13 each. The Netherlands and Russia both have 12 medals, although Russia has 1 less gold. Police say he is a repeat offender. Coming up this morning on WBZ News, an arrest is made after a 14-year-old is attacked in Arlington on the way home from school. How the courts are trying to keep him behind bars. Also coming up this morning, bullied in the NFL, a football scandal that may be bigger than first thought. And he became famous for being critical, but Simon Cowell has nothing but praise for his new idol. And as we head to break, another quick check of your AccuWeather forecast is on the way as we take a live look over Boston this morning as the sun tries to come up. A big storm on the way. We've got the details next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Luna.
With Luna, buy 1 room of flooring, get all other rooms of product for just $50 each. 877-241. Luna.
This month, exercise your freedom of choice at your Buick dealer. Elect to join the thousands of Americans every month who are switching to Buick's innovative technology, design, and luxury. And with 2 years of scheduled maintenance on any 2014 Buick model, February is a great time to experience Buick. Now, through February 28th, use your President's Day bonus cash to lease this 2014 Verano for around $199 per month.
Take advantage of President's Day by electing to choose new furniture from Bernie and Phil's. Come into any showroom during our President event or shop online at BernieandPhils.com and we'll give you a discount equal to double the mass sales tax off your entire purchase. And because it's our President event, you'll also pay nothing in interest. Get great furniture, a double the mass tax discount, and free financing. The President event. It won't last long, so visit Bernie and Phil's Furniture today.
Getting around just got faster, more comfortable, and more affordable. UberX is 30% cheaper than a Boston taxi. Download the Uber app on your smartphone and enter the code RIDE in BOS for your first ride free.
A man who dared the impossible. A man who dared to dream. He is the man of La Mancha.
At the Hanover Theater in Worcester, February 28th through March 2nd. For tickets, visit thehanovertheater.org.
The Herb Chambers President's Day sales event is going on now at all 52 Herb Chambers locations. Every luxury, every top import, and every domestic vehicle is priced with incredible savings. Our buying power means you pay less for your car, SUV, or truck. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Hurry, the Herb Chambers President's Day sales event ends Monday. Visit herbchambers.com to learn more about these incredible savings. Or visit any one of our 52 Herb Chambers dealerships today.
Good Saturday morning, everybody. 7:12 now. It's a quiet start this morning, but in a few hours from now, we've got another significant winter storm on our hands. How will it impact you? On our iScale here, and you can find more on the iScale and specifics on our website, cbsboston.com. We have a high impact here at the coastline of eastern Massachusetts with 6 to 12 inches of snow. Blizzard conditions expected and gusts to 55 miles per hour, obviously reducing visibility. You get away from the coastline, it's a more moderate impact event. 3 to 6 inches of snow, 40 mile per hour gusts though, a small window of impact. This is a quick hitting storm with snow developing this afternoon, but the heaviest falls this evening and tonight. Many more details on it, Kate, are coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, Danielle, thank you. High bail has been set for a man arrested for attacking a 14-year-old in Arlington. Patrick Berry was in court yesterday. He's already been charged with trying to rape 2 women on Mission Hill last summer. Police say he was out on bail in those cases and wearing a GPS bracelet when he attacked a teenager.
There was a split second of time that they stared at each other, that the suspect was expressionless. He never said a word and then jogged away from her.
Barry's being held on $1 million bail. A bombshell in the NFL bullying case. Not one, but 3 Miami Dolphins players bullied teammate Jonathan Martin. The NFL released the report saying Miami offensive lineman Jonathan Martin was harassed by fellow linemen Richie Incognito, Mike Pouncey, and John Jerry. The report stated there was a pattern of harassment, and it said that Martin was taunted on a persistent basis with sexually explicit remarks about his sister and his mother, and at times was even ridiculed with racial insults. Martin's agent says his client wants to resume his career.
I think Jonathan would play anywhere for anyone that is interested in really, making sure that, this doesn't happen and that it's a good, safe workplace environment and that he's going to have a chance to play football and be competitive.
The report also says another player and a trainer were also victimized. Still ahead this morning on the WBZ News, talk about unique, what this driver did to help make history and jump into the record books. And as we head to break this Saturday morning, February 15th, here are some famous people whose birthday is today.
shovel.
And
Then I hit him, man.
and when you hit him, you broke his jaw.
Man, may I say something?
You can say whatever you like. Make sure I'm gonna like it.
Next Judge Judy.
Monday at 4 on WBZ-TV.
Hey, Henry. Chevy President's Day is here.
Good luck.
Thanks. Get great offers on 2014 Chevy vehicles in stock. Hey, we just wouldn't want you to miss out.
Welcome to Chevy President's Day. You got it.
Just announced. Now get a 2014 Chevy Equinox LS for around $199 a month during Chevy President's Day. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The Stewarts are looking to make over their master bedroom.
So what do you want to do in here? I just wanted to feel like a luxurious retreat.
Bold fabrics and fresh design create a bedroom that is simply chic. With the HGTV Home Design Studio at Bassett, we'll create an indulgent oasis that fits the Stewarts' creative personality. What do you think?
I love it. I'm feeling the retreat coming through.
It's absolutely fabulous. It's beautiful. It's a dream come true.
It's perfect.
Are you ready for your big reveal? Now get half off all beds during Bassett's President's Day sale.
Okay, 6 more visits and you'll have your new dentures.
6.
6.
How about 3?
6.
4.
6.
4.5.
6.
5.
6. Okay, hold it. Let's try something new.
Okay, Mrs. Tucker, your dentures will be ready this Friday. You can do that? We do that.
No way.
Yes, way.
No, no.
Yes. Wow.
Aspen Dental is doing whatever it takes to give America a healthy mouth, like on-site denture labs for dentures in days, not weeks. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL because your mouth is our mission.
Only one President's Day sale has the compact SUV with a foot-activated liftgate. Only the Ford dealers' President's Day sale. Lease the New England Edition Escape 4-wheel drive, just $149 a month for competitive owners. And only the Ford dealers' President's Day sale has these offers on America's best-selling brand. Just announced, get 0% for 60 months, plus up to $2,000 cash back on must-have Ford cars, SUVs, and crossovers. Only one President's Day sale has America's favorite brand, and it's going on now, only at your New England Ford dealers.
The Jeopardy College Championship semifinals begin.
Boomer Sooner!
Giga Maggie.
Go University of Chicago.
Compete for a chance at $100,000.
It's the semifinals.
Monday at 7:30 on WBZ-TV.
This portion of WBZ News is brought to you by Bob's Discount Furniture.
Sochi, Russia is not the only place to see death-defying jumps and tricks right now. This one made history. Former pro skateboarder Rob Dyrdek drove a Chevrolet Sonic, making the farthest reverse ramp jump by a car. He sped straight backwards off one ramp, landed on the other, 89 feet away. The record still has to be verified by Guinness, but it was very entertaining, and nobody was injured. So,
Which is always a good thing.
I don't think I could even drive backwards down my driveway, much less in the air.
Not a good driver?
No, not backwards.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Especially tomorrow morning, we're all a little nervous about the roads. In the morning, it's the crews are going to have time to kind of clear them out.
Here's the thing, the snow is going to be done by about 2, 3 a.m., tapering off at least. The heaviest comes 7 p.m. this evening to midnight. It's a quick-hitting, potent storm, but it is going to dump a lot of snow here. It's a coastal storm, too. Eastern Massachusetts going to be picking up the most. So a lot to get to. Let's start with what's going on right now. 25 in Lawrence, 29 in Boston. A lot of communities running in the 20s as you're stepping out early this morning. 19 in Nashua, 16 in Keene. I've seen a lot of tweets. People training for the marathon. It's a cold start, but at least the weather is quiet out there for some of your long runs this morning. Otherwise, we're looking at snow that's extending across southern New York, Pennsylvania now. Look at the heavy rain now coming off the Carolinas. We've had some downpours and thunderstorms in here. You can kind of see the counterclockwise spin. This storm is going to redevelop off of the Carolina coastline and strengthen rapidly as it passes to the east of New England overnight tonight. So what does that mean for us today? Quiet at least this morning. Clouds are going to thicken up over the next several hours, but I am expecting conditions to be quiet in terms of precipitation right on through lunchtime. This is a map at noontime. After that, snow and rain is going to fill in between 1 and 3 p.m. I say rain because it will be mild enough, mid to upper 30s on the Cape and perhaps briefly on the South Shore before changing over pretty quickly. And then as we head between 4 and 7 p.m., the snow will pick up in intensity, so conditions will deteriorate on the roads this afternoon. But the heaviest snow, and I'm talking snowfall rates 1 to 3 inches per hour, will fall between 7 p.m. this evening and midnight tonight in eastern Massachusetts. Notice the deep blues here. South Shore, Plymouth, Duxbury, back down near the Cape Cod Canal, Pocasset back down to Woods Hole. I do expect the rain to change over between 7 and 10 p.m. from near the canal and then back down to the Outer Cape and Nantucket. You'll probably be the last one to change. Notice the back edge by 11 p.m. coming through central Massachusetts. It slides east, and the intensity of the snow will taper off around midnight, and then eventually the back edge works through eastern Massachusetts again around 2, 3 a.m. A couple of flurries may linger a little bit longer on the Outer Cape until about 4 a.m., and then the storm is done. It's gone by tomorrow, but the cleanup will be underway. You get outside of central Worcester County, we're talking 1 to 3 here through southwest New Hampshire. Outside of 1 to 128, 3 to 6, it's eastern Massachusetts that has the swath of 6 to 10, although I do think the Vineyard, Nantucket, and perhaps the Outer Cape near Chatham and Orleans, it's about 3 to 6 because you get that rain in the beginning. Jackpot, 10 to 14 inches here from the South Shore back down in through Bristol and Plymouth County near the Cape Cod Canal, where some of those heaviest bands of snow set up late this evening and overnight, where the blizzard warnings are in effect, and for good reason, because the wind is going to be gusting over 30 miles per hour as we head into the evening and the overnight. Over 40 by this evening, shifting, you'll notice, to the north. There may be just a touch of minor splashover from Sandwich back down towards P-Town and Nantucket, either side of high tide this evening. Then the wind's going to shift to the northwest, still blowing and drifting snow as it comes to an end tonight. Tomorrow, sun's out, but there's a biting wind. We'll be up around 30, wind chills in the teens. Monday, bright and cold in the upper 20s, with a round of light snow on Tuesday, and then mild mid to upper 40s with some rain showers by the middle and end of next week. Kate, over to you.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Checking entertainment news this Saturday morning. He made his reputation as a critic, but Simon Cowell has a new sweetheart this day after Valentine's Day, his baby boy. Cowell and socialite Lauren Silverman welcomed their son Eric into the world yesterday, and Cowell describes him as healthy and handsome. I don't know if a newborn can be handsome, but okay. It is one of the most popular foods around, but troops do not have pizza in the field. That is about to change. How local scientists are helping to make that happen. Also ahead.
Small plates are a big hit. Coming up, the Phantom Gourmet finds the best spots to sample and share great food.
When winter storms hit New England, no one covers them quite like WBZ.
WBZ Accuweather team has had this storm covered. It has just been steady snow since we rolled up here.
Some rates just over an inch per hour.
Starting to get some new totals in for you. About a half foot on the ground here at Government Center.
Let's take a live look from Mobile 4 right now. Governor Patrick on the phone.
You're on Twitter, Facebook, in our chat room, on our website. What's doing all the radio stations in town? Yes, you're all over.
When winter's at its worst, we're here for you. WBZ Accuweather.
100% genuine leather.
Baby soft top grain.
This is some kind of sofa for only $9.99.
I'll say.
Get the sofa and love seat. Both pieces of 100% leather, only $17.99.
It's a Bible-rama of value.
We bought our MDX because we needed something big enough for all our adventures, yet stylish and sophisticated enough for our urban lifestyle. The MDX delivered on both. Not to mention great cargo space, third row seat, and a touchscreen with text messaging. The MDX was perfect.
This President's Day, enjoy enhanced black tax savings and upgrade to the MDX with low lease payments or special 0.9% APR financing with a portion of the proceeds helping Boston Children's Hospital. Learn more at meaccuradealers.com.
How may I help you?
I can't do this anymore.
Excuse me?
I found another coffee, okay? It's Cumberland Farms Farmhouse Blend.
I don't understand.
It's so delicious. And it's just 99 cents any size. How can I go back to the way things were? Are you crying?
People have fallen in love with Cumberland Farms Farmhouse Blend coffee. So delicious at just 99 cents any size. And now try all new Farmhouse Bold. It's rich, dark roasted, and also just 99 cents any size.
As the #1 real estate agents in Massachusetts, we will sell your home. At McGee-Lamacchio, we sell more homes because we do more marketing. From interactive floor plans, professional photography, and extensive online exposure. Everyone will know your home is for sale. For a free consultation on selling your home, call us now at 855-510-SOLD. Or log on to mlrealtyne.com.
McGee-Lamacchia. We treat every home like a real estate.
Gentlemen, it's President's Day, and Clark Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has historic savings.
Over 300 cars, trucks, and SUVs priced to sell.
I can see the savings from here. Choose a 2014 Jeep Cherokee Sport, or Grand Caravan EVP, or a Jeep Patriot Sport and save over $4,000, or Chrysler 200 Limited and save over $8,000. It's historic. It's President's Day and Ram Truck Month at Clark Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Methuen, or at clarkjeep.com. The quality you need, the choice you want, and the value for your money you deserve. Only at My Bob's Discount Furniture. There's one near you. Go online at mybobs.com for your closest location. That's mybobs.com.
Soldiers in the field may soon be able to tell the pizza delivery man to stay home. Scientists at a Natick military lab say they are close to creating a ready-to-eat pizza. They spent years working on the recipe. This means that the pizza will be able to sit on the shelf for years without freezing or a refrigerator. The new field-ready pizzas should be available in the next 2 years. Well, at dinner, it's always nice to share, and today the Phantom Gourmet takes us to some dining spots that specialize in small plates so everyone can dig in.
Estragon in the South End is a romantic spot serving authentic Spanish tapas, including grilled lamb skewers, eggplant fries, and garlic chicken drumsticks.
Drumsticks, I grew up with those. It's a very simple dish, but it's delicious. Fried chicken, who doesn't like fried chicken?
Moxie in Portsmouth puts a modern American twist on small plates, showcasing as many local ingredients as possible, like seared New Hampshire scallops and whoopie pie sliders.
As a diner, I find it a lot more fun to eat that way, getting many small bites of a lot of different things instead of committing to 1 or 2 larger plates, and we can also keep the price point lower.
Chef Ming-Tsai's stylish Asian gastropub in Boston's Fort Point neighborhood, Blue Dragon offers small shareable dishes like shrimp shumai and Japanese sweet potato chips.
The Spaniards claim they invented tapas, but that's just a complete ripoff from dim sum. Small plates, the touch bar. Everything's invented in China, and you know that. I've told you that.
And if you're not going out to dinner tonight, there are still many local restaurants offering Valentine's Day specials through the weekend. For more food and fun, watch the Phantom Gourmet Saturday and Sunday at 10:30 and 11 on MyTV 38.
Just make sure you bring your snowshoes tonight to dinner. Still much more to come on WBZ News this morning. Governor Patrick speaking out, coming to the defense of the state agency in charge of protecting children. How the government is now making it easier for marijuana businesses to do business. And talk about a salary. The numbers are out on what NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is making, and you can bet Tom Brady and other players might be a bit envious.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you an exotic pet.
Thursday the 13th, and the snow here is better than Sochi's. Supposed to get 16 inches of snow on this storm. Awesome!
Perfect timing for the February vacation period.
Just when you think the conditions can't get any better, they get so much better. It's a great time to learn how to ski. Go to Wachusett.com to get all kinds of deals.
This month, GMC is going to work for you, using new ideas and incredible thinking to bring you a professional-grade lineup of advanced engineering and higher standards. And with 2 years of scheduled maintenance on the entire GMC lineup, February is a great time for you to step up to a new GMC. Just announced, through February 28th, use your President's Day bonus cash to lease this 2014 Terrain SLE for around $199 per month.
What makes Greater Gardner Furniture Outlets a smarter way to shop for furniture? Come see for yourself. We've got the biggest selection of brand name furniture around. American made, traditional, contemporary. With over 200,000 square feet of quality furniture and decorating ideas, we've got your style. And more than 250 brand names at outlet prices. 4 outlets, 1 destination. In the furniture capital of New England. Greater Gardner Furniture Outlets. President's Day sale going on now.
Can you see us?
Are you there?
Breaking up.
Is it you or is it me?
Wait, no, dude, I'm lagging. Is it you or is it me?
Is it you or is it me?
If you're not on 100% fiber optics, it's you. Verizon Fios is 100% fiber optic. Comcast isn't. So you can video chat smoother, game with less lag time, and upload videos in a flash. Getting the difference 100% fiber optics makes?
I love you too.
That's powerful.
Get a Fios triple play with a 2-year price guarantee and no annual contract, plus a free upgrade to 50 meg internet for 2 years.
I've been out there most of my life. You name it, I've hooked it. But there's one that's always eluded me. Thought I had it in the blizzard of '93. never even came close.
Visit your local Audi dealer to experience the legendary performance of Quattro, available on all models.
It's Thursday the 13th, and the snow here is better than Sochi. It's supposed to get 16 inches of snow on this storm. Awesome!
Perfect timing for the February vacation period.
Just when you think the conditions can't get any better, they get so much better. It's a great time to learn how to ski. Go to WatchUSA.com to get all kinds of deals.
Jonathan Elias and Paula Evan, WBZ News at 5. Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News in the Morning starts right now.
Welcome back. A live look at the skyline there. The sun trying to come out here on your Saturday morning. Just about 12 hours away from the storm, the thick of it really, which is headed our way. February 15th, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Kate Merrill here with Danielle Niles, and you said the storm is tonight, but it's really going to start this afternoon and ramp up.
Yeah, so this morning you need to get things done. I saw a lot of people saying they were out for their marathon training sessions this morning for runs. It's cold. You can do it.
Those poor people are having the worst winter of training.
It's tough. It really is. But you can do it this morning. Snow does arrive this afternoon, and it's heaviest this evening and tonight. Let's get right to it. We've got winter storm warnings and now blizzard warnings that have been hoisted here from eastern Essex County through the South Shore, all of Cape Cod and the island. This comes up into effect at 4 p.m. this afternoon through early tomorrow morning. Winter storm warnings in pink and then winter weather advisories in purple here. Southern New Hampshire away from the seacoast. Western Middlesex County back into northern and central Worcester County in the western part of the state. 20s this morning. Mostly cloudy. Clouds will thicken here over the next several hours, but we're dry. Anything really through noon, even 1 o'clock, we're okay. Notice mid to upper 30s, so temperatures rise through the afternoon, which means we started some rain out over the Cape and the islands and briefly on the South Shore. Briefly the key word, because as the heavier precipitation comes in, it cools the atmosphere. We change over quickly on the South Shore. It takes a little bit longer on the Cape and the islands, but the steadiest and heaviest snow will come in between 4 and 7 with snowfall rates between 1 and 3 inches per hour between 7 p.m. and midnight. A detailed look at the accumulation map, the impact gate, and the wind as well coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Checking our top stories this Saturday morning. All this snow and freezing and thawing has left its mark on Boston buildings. Icicles are everywhere on homes and buildings, and when they fall, they can do a lot of damage. One ice chunk shattered a Quincy man's windshield. He wasn't hurt, but it's a good reminder to be careful where you're walking if you do go into a city today. And BU, cracking down on underage drinking. It is an emergency step after a surge in the number of students treated for alcohol poisoning. The plainclothes patrols will start this weekend. BU police will be looking for minors who are drunk or drinking. In the last week alone, 11 intoxicated students have had to go to the hospital. Well, her agency has been criticized for key lapses, but Governor Deval Patrick is standing by the head of the state's Department of Children and Families. Commissioner Olga Roche has been under fire since the disappearance of a Fitchburg boy. Her agency lost track of 5-year-old Jeremiah Oliver months before he was reported missing. And just this week, a 2-year-old boy from the Cape died. He was in foster care before being placed with relatives. A growing number of critics are now calling for Roche to step down.
I understand it. I mean, people are worried and about the children in DCF's care. But and if I thought that it would serve the best interest of children to ask for the commissioner's resignation, I would do so. I don't think it does.
More than a dozen child welfare activists are joining the governor, saying Roche is not to blame for the boy's disappearance. It is a major defeat for the United Auto Workers Union. Workers at a Volkswagen factory in Tennessee have rejected the UAW, was representing them. The union was expected to win because Volkswagen actually endorsed the union and even invited organizers into the factory. More than 1,300 votes were cast, but the union was defeated by just 87 votes. This morning, we are waiting to learn what caused a house fire in Concord that killed an elderly couple. A plow driver saw the flames around 3:30 yesterday morning and reported the fire. It was too late to save the couple in their 80s who had lived in that home for decades. Crews had trouble fighting the fire in part because a nearby fire hydrant was frozen solid. We're learning more about that attack on an elderly woman in Westboro. Police say the woman's son, Daniel Ullman, used 4 kitchen knives to attack the 72-year-old in the home that they shared. She is expected to survive, but police caught Ullman walking down the street covered in blood. Some good news for state licensed marijuana businesses yesterday. The Justice Department told prosecutors that banks may legally finance marijuana businesses that aren't violating specific federal laws. Although marijuana remains illegal under federal law, it has been legalized for recreational use in Colorado and in Washington state. Massachusetts is one of 18 states that will allow marijuana use for medical purposes. Working for the government is paying off for a lot of people. 1 out of 4 full-time employees in the city of Boston, 25%, are in 6 figures. More than 4,300 more made more than $100,000. And 81 city workers made more than $200,000 in 2013. Half of the top earners work in either the police or the fire department. But we're talking even bigger bucks, the money the NFL commissioner is pulling in. Coming up next. Also, an injury to a Sox pitcher. And wait till you hear his playful answer on how he got hurt. And what is your dog doing when you're not around? There's now a new device to give us a glimpse into what they're doing when we're not there. And as we head to break, a quick check of your AccuWeather forecast. Danielle Niles will be back with a check on tonight's storm.
A great smile is affordable at Gentle Dental. We've got unbeatable prices on implants, veneers, and Zoom whitening at all 26 Gentle Dental locations. Crowns and bridges, too. Compare and save on all our low fees. Gentle Dental. Gentle on you and your wallet.
That's mine.
That's mine. That's mine.
Come on, Kurt.
It's mine. Kyle.
Revenge is best served with 272 horses. Current non-GM lessees lease this 2014 ATS for around $299 per month. Visit NewEnglandCadillac.com.
The experts at Percy's help you with your next kitchen appliance project. Whether you're building, remodeling, or replacing any kitchen appliance, Percy's always has a huge selection in stock, which means quick delivery. And you'll find top brands like GE, Whirlpool, Thermador, Sub-Zero, Wolf, and more. And with Percy's price match guarantee, they'll meet, beat, or better your best deal. So call, click, or come in to buy. Percy's in Worcester, your one-stop for all your kitchen appliance needs.
The Herb Chambers President's Day sales event is going on now at all 52 Herb Chambers locations. Every luxury, every top import, and every domestic vehicle is priced with incredible savings. Our buying power means you pay less for your car, SUV, or truck. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Hurry, the Herb Chambers President's Day sales event ends Monday. Visit herbchambers.com to learn more about these incredible savings. Or visit any one of our 52 Herb Chambers dealerships today.
Affordable braces from the orthodontic specialists at Gentle Dental. Braces as low as $147 per month and no money down at 26 convenient locations. Call today for your free consultation. Gentle Dental. Gentle on you and your wallet.
Your New England Ford dealers are ready to help you handle this winter during their President's Day sale.
We may be getting ready for some snow, but in Fort Myers, Florida, the high today is expected to be 73. The Sox are getting ready for baseball while we get ready for a storm. Pitchers and catchers are due to report today. And there's already some news from the fort. Yesterday, Sox starting pitcher Jake Peavy was seen leaving the complex with tape around his pitching hand. The 32-year-old downplayed the injury to reporters, saying he fell out of his duck boat. You might remember he purchased that duck boat after the Sox World Series parade last fall. Sox pitchers and catchers aren't the only ones showing up today. Our Dan Roach will be there too. He'll have live reports from spring training all week long, starting today. New this morning, apparently it's a good job at a very good wage. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell made more than $44 million in 2012. His salary was $35 million, and he made $9 million more in bonus, incentives, and pension compensation. Goodell, though, slashed his salary to $1 during the lockout 2 years ago. NFL revenues have approached nearly $10 billion under his leadership. Well, call it the imperfect crime, how a jewel thief broke into a store only to be foiled on the way out.
I can use the power of the computer implanted in my brain, like a virtual evidence wall. A new kind of agent is our greatest weapon.
How much of him is human?
The more human, a new kind of enemy.
Frankenstein's monster will walk among us.
Is our biggest threat.
Intelligent machines programmed to kill.
I can see them.
This is a scientific impossibility. So is a microchip in the brain.
Welcome to the future. Josh Holloway stars. New Intelligence CBS Monday. Catch up online or on demand.
What if there were one place to find all the information you need to help you make the best deal on a new or used car or truck? Guaranteed. Welcome to DrivePrime.com.
Buying eyeglasses is personal. Do they make me look too old? Should I get the red ones? Most glasses will improve your vision, but the right glasses are an extension of your personality. Cambridge Eye Doctors is now VisionWorks. Get 2 complete pairs for $99 or 2 pairs of no-line bifocals for $179. VisionWorks, where you'll find more than a pair of glasses. You'll find a better you.
Okay, when you're on the job, you're making tough decisions around the clock. Well, here's an easy one. Ford F-Series. It's a fact. On average, every 42 seconds, someone forks over their hard-earned cash to get one. No wonder they're the best-selling brand of trucks in America for 37 years in a row. Ford F-150, Ford Super Duty, #1 for 37 years straight.
During the Ford Dealers President's Day sale, lease an F-150 for $199 a month, or buy with up to $6,750 total savings.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that Old MacDonald was a really bad speller?
Your word is cow.
Cow. Cow. C-O-W-E-I-E-I-O.
Dag nabbit.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
What if there were one place to find all the information you need to help you make the best deal on a new or used car or truck? Guaranteed. Welcome to DrivePrime.com.
There's never a perfect crime. Just ask this thief in Utah. He broke into a jewelry store by climbing down from the ceiling. He swiped some watches out of a display case, but when he tried to leave, he just couldn't get out. The shatterproof door was just too strong, and he was trapped in the store. So when police arrived, he had a cigarette and just surrendered. That's how I feel kind of with these storms. I just want to have a cigarette and surrender.
Surrender. It's been a busy stretch. Okay.
Yeah, just,
you know,
I give up.
It's one of those things where when you have a storm every couple of weeks, but it's like you get a storm, we have one day off, we get another storm, we're back to back to back. And today, at least, the snow will develop this afternoon, but won't fall until heavier areas tonight and overnight. So that's the good news. Like you said, vacation week or not impacting the morning rush hour, anything like that. Lots to talk about. Temperatures in the upper 20s in Boston right now, mid-20s Lawrence to Taunton, 23 in Worcester, and 19 in Nashua. Here's a look at the satellite and radar. Look at our storm. Can you see where it is right now? Right over the Carolinas, right near Raleigh. A little counterclockwise spin here. We've got areas of rain and thunderstorms that are developing. Snow that extending up into western Massachusetts now. And this storm center is going to actually develop off the Carolina coastline and strengthen rapidly as it passes to the east of New England as we head into overnight tonight. So what does it mean for us today? We'll take you step by step. This morning, quiet. Good if you need to get things done, and things will be quiet right on through the lunch hour. I am expecting areas of rain and snow to develop between 1 and 3 p.m. from south to north. Starting briefly as some rain on the South Shore and the Cape, but changing over quickly on the South Shore. It takes a little bit longer for some of that mild air to get scoured out over the Cape. Mild, relatively speaking, of course. Between 4 and 7, the snow picks up, and the road conditions will deteriorate late this afternoon and evening. The heaviest snow falls between 7 p.m. and midnight tonight in eastern Massachusetts. Check out some of these deep blues here. We're talking about snowfall rates 1 to 3 inches per hour. The rain will change to snow between 7 and 10 p.m. from the upper to lower Cape respectively. So changing last on Chatham, in Chatham back down to Nantucket. 11 p.m. back edge coming through central Massachusetts. Still some areas of steady and moderate snow, blowing snow with the wind gusting at the coastline. And then by 2 a.m., it's let up in intensity pretty significantly, and we'll move off the coastline. Some light flurries and light snow showers may linger on the outer Cape until about 4 or 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So how much are we talking about? You get outside of 128, it's 3 to 6 here that extends back down into eastern Connecticut. Less, 1 to 3 north and west of that. But it's a wide swath of 6 to 10 inches here from the New Hampshire seacoast back down into eastern Massachusetts. I do think there will be lesser amounts out over the islands and the outer Cape near Chatham and Orleans, 3 to 6, because of that mixing, with a jackpot of 10 to 14 inches here from the South Shore back down near the Cape Cod Canal. Touching briefly on the wind, it's going to pick up from the northeast, gusting between 30 and 40 miles per hour this evening. 10 p.m., shifting to the north, we may gust close to 60 on the Cape and the islands, and then it will shift around to the northwest as the storm center pulls away. Blinding visibility, obviously, blizzard conditions from Cape Ann back down to Cape Cod. It's gone tomorrow. The sun's going to be out. Wind chills will be in the teens, bright and cold on Monday. Another round of light snow on Tuesday. Cape at the light at the end of the tunnel. Mid to upper 40s, rain showers by the middle and end of next week.
Never been so happy to talk about rain. Danielle, thank you. What is your dog's life when you are away? Is she frisky or does she just lie around? We now have a new device that can keep an eye on your canine. It's called FitBark. It attaches to their collar, and it works with your smartphone to keep a complete minute-by-minute record of your dog's activities. It can also tell if your dog is sleeping, resting, or just walking around.
I do it at times of where he was very active in the apartment when I wasn't there, and unbeknownst to me, and I found that really fascinating.
What we're doing here is quantifying our dogs, right? We call it quantified woof.
The device costs about $100, but sorry, cat lovers, right now it is only available for dogs. Melting hearts in the middle of a snowstorm, tying the knot on top of the mountain. An unforgettable Valentine's Day for dozens of couples at a local ski resort.
Hi everyone, I'm Yadira Salcedo. Centro's up next. Meet a woman who's making history in the city of Worcester. Stay with us.
Some are novices, some are triathletes, some ride for their family and friends, and some ride for themselves, but they all ride for a cause. Be a part of the fight against cancer at the 35th Pan Mass Challenge. 12 routes through 46 towns across Massachusetts. Join us in the effort to raise $40 million for research and patient care at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. The Pan Mass Challenge, August 2nd and 3rd. For more information, go to cbsboston.com/PMC.
Attention New England, there's nothing bigger than the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event. Get our lowest $119 a month lease on a Corolla Sport with no cost maintenance included. This wicked big event ends February 17th. Toyota, let's go places.
No matter where you live, McGee-Lamacchia will sell your home. Our agents live and work across Massachusetts, in southern New Hampshire, from Boston to Nashua, from Waltham to Worcester, from Needham to Attleboro, from Weymouth to Plymouth, and everywhere in between. For a free consultation on selling your home, call us now at 855-510-SOLD or log on to mlrealtyne.com.
McGee-Lamacchia, we treat every home like a real estate.
During the Dodge President's Day event, we celebrate Theodore Roosevelt and his Rough Riders' victory at San Juan Hill. To us, that's just more proof that you don't bet against American muscle, especially when it looks like this. In the face of this much power, who wouldn't surrender? Celebrate great deals at the Dodge President's Day event.
Get a low-mileage lease on the new 2014 Dodge Durango SXT all-wheel drive for $299 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Good is in every Blue Diamond almond. A good that comes in 25 flavors, from whole natural to wasabi and soy sauce. And once good gets going, there's no stopping it. Get your good going. Blue Diamond, snack nut of the U.S. ski team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. With bonus cash, these babies are going fast. So many innovations, so much excitement. At Nissan, now.
With up to 1,000 holiday bonus cash, lease Altima, just $189 per month. Hurry, bonus cash ends soon.
Nissan, innovation that excites.
Shop ChooseNissan.com.
The WBZ Morning Playlist is brought to you by Mix 1041. Mix 1041 is Boston's best variety.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Yadira Nova Salcedo. Welcome to Centro. We begin with our news highlights. Boston Mayor Marty Walsh and a coalition of community and business partners recently kicked off the 2014 Boston Earned Income Tax Credit campaign. They also celebrated the opening of 24 community-based tax preparation centers to assist low and moderate income families with filing their taxes. And here's a great story for you. This past Tuesday, the nonprofit organization ABCD had a chance to host the Red Sox 2013 World Series Championship trophy at their Mattapan Family Service Center, and dozens of excited community members, young and old, including ESL and Head Start students, parents and children, enjoyed the opportunity to take photos and get an up-close and personal view of the trophy. And moving on to our weekly Centro interview, today on Centro, we are launching a new segment called Latinos Making History, in which we'll highlight the many contributions Latinos are making in their community. Today, we want to tell you about a Latina who's making history in the city of Worcester. On November 5th, 2013, she became the first Latina elected by the people to serve on the Worcester School Committee. It is our pleasure to have Hilda Ramirez. Hilda, such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you, Denise, for having me and hosting me here today.
And welcome to this brand new segment. You are our first guest, Latinos Making History. We are very proud of you.
Thank you. Great.
So, what can you tell us about this whole thing? Why don't you take us back to, in 2013, you decided to go ahead and run for this, but this was actually your second time running for this position, correct?
Right.
Talk to us about that.
Well, this is a citywide race, so it's a difficult and challenging race, and I did attempt to run in 2011, and I made it very close. I was off by 900 votes, and so that kind of inspired me. I said, wow, I almost made it. I didn't know what I was doing. I learned a lot in the field, and so I decided to try again, and I made it on the second try.
What made you want to do this, Hilda? I know that you have been working with young Latinos for so many years now. Right. Was that what really made you want to go ahead and run the second time?
Yes, as you know, and we've done some work in the past, and so whether in Boston or in Worcester, I have a long history of working with youth and working with many different families in the city, and just worried about the achievement gap, the gap that exists for minority students in the district, and just overall education in this country has declined a lot. We have a different focus now, and the rigor has gone down overall for all students, and when we are measured against an excellence gap, which is an international gap, we are not doing that well. And so I'm concerned that, you know, public education is the promise of our country. This is why I am where I am today, and so I want to make sure that it is available for other students coming up.
Talk to us about this specific problem in Worcester. I understand there's a high dropout rate. Also, would you think one of the main goals is for you to get more parent engagement? Is that?
Yeah, you know, there is a lack of family engagement in many of the schools, and that concerns me. I think there's a disconnection. Communication is not, it's not there. And so part of the work that I do at the Latino Education Institute is some of that work. It's really to go into schools that are struggling with parent engagement and start and develop some parent engagement initiatives.
At an early age, correct?
Very early age. We do a lot of strategies, and even before they get to education, so in the early education arena in kindergarten, and then we're in a lot of elementary schools and the middle schools where it's important. 0 to 8, it's really important for parents to be involved in the education of their children. If that doesn't happen, the children are more likely to score lower and to do lower on their exams and their assessments. And so we want to make sure that those parents are there and they're advocating for their kids and that they're moving ahead and that they're developing, well, the way that we want them to, and that they're graduating and not dropping out.
Definitely. Really quickly, you are Dominican, correct?
Yes.
I want to get to know you a little bit more. So, Latina, give us a little bit more of your roots.
Right, so I was born in the Dominican Republic, and I came to the U.S. when I was 10. I didn't speak any English, so I came into a third grade classroom where at that age, 10, that's the breaking point that in research shows that you really have to accelerate a student to really learn English and not to have an accent. And I think that, my parents and the school did a great job of making sure that I read a lot and that I was really, at grade level, after that, so that I wouldn't fall behind. Because you have to catch up not only academically, but in the English. So it's a really difficult thing to do for a child. But
and you're a great role model, and it's great for people out there to know that their kids can come here a little, late like you, and they can still make a difference, and they can still be great.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming by, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Okay, Hilda. Now, for more information on the work Hilda Ramirez is doing for the Worcester School Committee, you can call 508-410-6015. You can also send her an email, or to get a direct link to her Facebook page, you can visit us online at cbsboston.com/Centro. And we want to invite you to connect with us online, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. I'm Yadires Nova Salcedo, inviting you to step forward to a better you. Have a great weekend, everyone.
All right, thank you very much. The snow is making for great skiing conditions, so it was an event that combined love for skiing with love for each other in Vermont yesterday. 3 couples got married and 25 renewed their vows high up in the Mount Snow ski resort there. The ceremony took place on a trail called Cloud 9. And who needs rice for a send-up for couples when you have snow falling, nearly 2 feet of fresh powder yesterday? We should get used to that scene around here.
Yeah, no kidding. Snow is going to develop this afternoon. It'll be heaviest this evening and tonight. We're talking about a high impact in eastern Massachusetts, 6 to 12 inches of snow, blizzard conditions, gusts to 55 miles per hour this evening and tonight, and more of a moderate impact here across the interior. And then another round of some light snow, but not until Tuesday.
Oh, not until Tuesday. Phew, we'll have a whole day off from it. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 5 a.m.